Hello, how are you guys? Welcome to another vlog. So we're gonna do makeup and meals of the week. I was in the shower the other day and I was like, what better combination than my two literal favorite things, beauty and food. So we're gonna just do a little Monday through Friday recap. We'll see how it goes because I've never done this before and it's only Monday, but I had such a yummy breakfast today. It literally kept me full all day. I'm gonna show you guys that in just a minute, but I'm gonna show you the makeup really quick. Just a quick little rundown on everything because I filmed today. Even though I didn't feel like it, I wanted to get something done, but I was feeling like literal garbage earlier because I got my period yesterday and I was just not feeling it, but I wanted to do something, you know, because it always makes me feel better to get myself together and just do a little something. So here we are. The lip combo is so good. Verve Beauty in the shade Mocha. These lip liners are extremely long wearing and creamy. I cannot get over it. The formula is pretty much up there with Fenty and Natasha Denona. And then I did Rhode Pocket Blush in the shade Tan Line in the center. I've been loving this color. It's like a pinky brown. And then the Kylie Skin Lip Butter. This is the Toasted Marshmallow. So good. Makeup by Mario on the eyes. I've been really liking these long wear cream eyeshadows. I have on 4 colors: mauve, chestnut, espresso, pretty much in the crease, and then on the lids I did a little bit of bisque, and then I have a little bit of inner corner eyeshadow. I used Kylie Cosmetics, actually, the smoky palette. I just used that white color. I always do that in the inner corner. It's my favorite. And I straightened my hair. I washed it last night too, so it's like nice and fresh. Blush cocktail today is Rhode Tan Line, and then I have both of these Say blushes on, the Super Suede Radiant Blush Powders. This one is in Chow, this one is in Mia. I have those two mixed. Winged liner, I did a little half lash, and then foundation of the day is this Natasha Denona High Glam foundation. I've actually been really liking this. I have the shade N8, and this is the best powder combo that I swear by, Huda Beauty Charlotte Tilbury. It's gonna give you blurred, soft matte skin every time. So that's a quick little rundown of the makeup today. I really like it. Me and Hector have been watching Is It Cake, and it is such a good show. We watched it backwards. We watched season 3, season 2, and now we're on season 1, but it's so good. I totally recommend, because sometimes Hector wants to put crazy shows or documentaries on before bed, and I'm like, we need something lighthearted before bed, so it's the perfect show to unwind to. And then tonight for dinner, I'm so excited. It's veggie rice with fajitas. I'm going to show you guys how me and my mom do it. It's delicious, so I'm excited for that. Happy Monday, first meal of the day. It's always the go-to, you guys already know. And this is pretty much brunch at this point because it's past 12. So I have fresh berries, 2 eggs, 2 chicken sausages today because I haven't ate all day and I'm not going to eat until later. And I cut these down the middle because I like them extra well done. Of course, some sourdough is my favorite. This one is actually from Whole Foods. It's the San Francisco sliced. It's a 10 out of 10. It's literally my favorite sourdough bread ever. I added some butter, of course. I love me some butter. And then I recently got this maple flavored creamer. I love this brand. I usually do the brown sugar or vanilla, but the maple is also a 10 out of 10. So I have my little iced coffee and I'm so excited to eat. So bon appetit. And this is Monday night's dinner. Let's make it together. It is veggie rice with fajitas, and this is actually how my mom does it. These are the veggies. You can use whatever you like. We love peppers, onions, and tomatoes, and then you want to just chop up all your meat first and cook it on the pan with some olive oil. We actually soaked ours in vinegar for a few hours just to make it extra tender. And then these are the seasonings that we used for the meat. Love my Goya seasonings. We ended up switching pans and transferring everything over, but once the meat is cooked, you pretty much just add your veggies in, and that is it. And then for the veggie rice, I do a spoonful of each of these. This gives the rice so much flavor. And then, by the way, we do pretty big spoonfuls. Like I always say, measure with your heart. Of course, added some olive oil. That's pretty much all that we cook with. That avocado oil or butter, it's just the go-to. Then you want to add in your rice, stir that in a little bit, and these are the veggies I'm going to be using. Love them, from Aldi. And then you want to just add your water, bring that to a simmer, cook it. It takes about maybe 15-20 minutes or so, and your rice should look like this. And I always need a sweet treat before bed, and I have been obsessed with this NYX ice cream. Literally cannot get enough. Today's breakfast of the day: berries, of course, 2 eggs, sourdough with butter, and then the protein of the day are the leftovers from yesterday. The fajitas are so good. I'm gonna be eating these all throughout the week because I still have a bunch left, but that's why I love making extra, because then it just makes meal prep and everything so much easier throughout the week. So excited to eat. I am starving. I'm actually eating a little bit earlier today. It's 11. So today is the very last day of September, which means we gotta decorate for fall. It's our little tradition over here. I'm gonna go to Michael's first, per usual. I'm gonna get some, what is it called? Not hay. Bale. I did some really basic makeup today. I honestly don't really love the way it turned out, but I just wanted to get myself together. So for foundation today, I actually just did this little combo Rimmel Multitasker. It's kind of like the Charlotte Tilbury product, but I honestly like this one better. It's really good. And then House Labs concealer. I did some powder today. I did Huda Beauty on my under eyes. This is just my go-to for the under eyes. And then I did the Lawless Perfecting Powder all over the face in the shade light medium. Blush is the same as yesterday because I'm in love with this Rhode pocket blush in the shade Tan Line, and then I also added that Say blush in Chow over top. I love this combo. On my lips, I'm also wearing that in the center, and then I have on the Peptide Lip Shape from Rhode in the shade Twist. Whenever I do minimal makeup like this, I love the way this product looks on the lips. It just gives that really pretty natural contour. And then I added Rhode Peptide Lip Treatment. This is the peppermint one from last year. Did some mascara. This one's my favorite, the Hailey's Beauty Reveal Lash Lengthening. The zip up is from Amazon. Sports bra is from Aerie. I'm also wearing some black yoga pants. They're flared and they're also from Aerie. Perfume. Been obsessed with the new one from Rare Beauty. I went through like one of the little minis already. This is the bigger one. It smells so good. Anytime I go anywhere, I gotta spray a bunch of perfume. And even before I film my videos, even though you can't smell me, it just feels like it's part of the wardrobe. So just know that when I'm filming, even though you can't smell me, I smell really good. Let's go to Michael's and then decorate. The bale is secured. Hopefully we have enough this year. Dinner time, and Hector's gonna make me a steak because he makes it so good, and I've been loving this, especially when it is that time of the month.
All right, I got the pan getting hot, and I'm gonna pat dry the steak. Just some coarse salt. You can be generous with it. You don't have to be shy. Use a lot.
It's so good.
Flip it around.
How long does it take for the pan to heat up? That one?
They're quick. It's about maybe like 3 to 5 minutes. All right, the pan's probably good now. It's been going for about 5 minutes, so it's real hot. You want to get the pan hot first, and then you want to add your oil. I'm using avocado oil because it has a high smoke point, but there's other oils you can use like grapeseed. Some people even use like beef tallow. Same thing, be generous with this because when you're using stainless steel, you don't want it to stick. Let this go for about also 5 minutes. And I'm sitting around like medium heat right now. Yep, it's good to go. Lay it away from you. Just let it do its thing. We're gonna do about 3 minutes. Another 3 minutes. Adding in some butter at the last minute. A little bit of garlic, minced garlic, and rosemary. Steak is done. We can let it rest for 10 minutes and it'll continue to cook a little while more. Internal temperature will raise about 5 to 10 degrees.
Dinner is served. It is so good, you guys. Already had a little piece. It comes out perfect every single time. I like mine medium well, And then I have some leftover rice from yesterday, and I just added some extra green beans that I had in the fridge, and 2 kiwis on the side. I think I'm gonna have just water with electrolytes. I was gonna do juice, but just gonna do water tonight.
$25,000.
Today's breakfast is a turkey, egg, and cheese sandwich on sourdough, and I have some of these waffle fries. I love this brand. They're already seasoned, and I just popped them in the air fryer for like 15 minutes. Coffee per usual, berries, and to my sandwich, I don't have any greens, so I just added a little bit of light mayo, and then this is the turkey that I get from Aldi. I just pan fried it a little bit with some butter, and that is breakfast. And here is the daily lineup for the supplements. I always do 1 B Supreme, 1 collagen, 2 hair, skin, and nail vitamins, 1 zinc, 1 vitamin D3, and 2 of these probiotics, which I get those at Whole Foods. I also recently got my blood work done, which I totally recommend because of course not every supplement is necessary or gonna work for everybody. So do your own research, get your blood work done though, because that definitely makes a difference. Hello, happy hump day. I filmed a favorites video today and the makeup is pretty much the same from 2 nights ago. I just switched out the lip combo. Milani Hot Tamale Plumping Lip Liner. This is the perfect lip liner for fall. It's too good. Road Pocket Blush in Tan Line. I just cannot get enough of this color. It's like my perfect shade. And then I added a little Rare Beauty gloss. This one's in the shade Glimmer. So that's a lip combo. Blush, everything is pretty much the same from like 2 nights ago. I was filming some other content earlier, so I wanted to just do kind of like my go-to glam. But yeah, my mom was out earlier and she asked if I wanted a Chick-fil-A salad. Thank God it worked out because I was filming all day. So that's what's for dinner tonight. Cobb salad with nuggets on the side because I always like the extra protein, but also I love the Chick-fil-A sauce. And I know it's not the healthiest thing in the world, but I'm all about balance and I truly believe that everything in moderation is okay. But yeah, I'm gonna hop in the shower, eat my salad, and we're gonna watch Love is Blind tonight. That is our guilty pleasure. Today's breakfast, we have some leftovers from the other night, some fajitas, veggie rice, berries, of course. These are non-negotiable every single day. Coffee, and I decided to treat myself today with a little donut. It's fall and it always makes me want to have an extra sweet treat. And what I love about breakfast is it could be anything you want. It doesn't have to always be breakfast. It could be leftovers. That's actually one of my favorite things to eat. Tonight's dinner is a good one and I'm so excited. I was on the computer all day, you guys. I didn't even glam today, so I'm ready for this. I have some salmon here, one of my favorite things to eat. And I always like to season it with just a little salt, black pepper, some Old Bay, and then I love this table blend seasoning. Also did some Brussels sprouts tonight, switched it up. So I boil them for a little bit and then I pop those in the air fryer, add a little salt and pepper, some mashed potatoes, and avocado. Bon appetit. And who agrees, cereal tastes so much better at night versus in the morning or during the day. And this is one of my favorites with a banana. And the next day, it was Friday, me and my mom always get coffee. This is our little treat for the morning. My mom gets an iced caramel latte and I've been getting a medium hot mocha. And then this was brunch on Friday, pretty much leftovers from the previous day. This wasn't filling though, to be honest, there wasn't even that much left. So I had a piece of the sourdough bread with butter. I love it. That's the one from Whole Foods that is so good. I love the little slices. And then the berries on the side, but I was still hungry. So I ended up having 2 scrambled eggs and I had to have another piece of sourdough bread because I love it that much, but I was still hungry a couple hours later, so I ended up having a bagel with cream cheese. I need to make my bagels again at home because they're so much healthier, so I'm going to be doing those this week, but I do like these. And I love to get sushi on Fridays. These are my favorite rolls. I get 2 romantic rolls with crab rangoon. I ended up eating about half of this and then I took a nap, and by the way, the rolls have asparagus, avocado, shrimp, crab, and this brown sauce on top. It makes it even better. I can't wait to get this week. But then I woke up from my nap, ate a little bit more, and that's pretty much what I left. I also had a spring roll. I also tried one of these ice creams from the brand Alex. Really good. It's a really small little cup, but it gets the job done because like I said, I literally always have to have something sweet before bed, and this is really good. Very creamy ice cream, and it's the perfect amount of sweetness.
I know some of you wanted to see what was going on with the garden, so I'm gonna give you a little update. Pretty much harvested all the green beans. There's not much left that's producing right now, so I think they're all done. Like, there's a few little stragglers around, but We'll insert a picture of the previous harvest that we had. Like, there's not many right now, so it's not worth trying to show you those, but there's a bunch of carrots. Like, I have to thin these out right now, so that's what I'm gonna show you. Some people will thin early on, but I wanted to thin when they got a little bit larger because you can get some small carrots out of it. So I figured, you know, do it that way. Like, I'll just show you here. See, like, they're real small, but
Little babies.
But they're still edible. So instead of thinning too early on, you might as well thin a little bit later out, so then you can get something out of it. And then thinning is a process where you want to leave like an inch between the carrots. If you let them go to full length too close together, they'll start to like spiral around each other and they just won't grow. It stunts the growth. So that's why I'm thinning them. So you just go through and pick them out.
Aww, Bee loves them.
I heard someone say like to get your carrots out easily, like if they're giving you trouble, push down first, push on it, and then pull up. And that actually does help. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. I'm gonna go through thinning, and then there's a pepper here. We harvested about like 5 already. There's only 1 pepper plant here. I didn't plant too many, but this one I left it here because I wanna see if it turns more red. Like, it's already starting to there. And then there's some small ones. They're starting to grow right now. There's one there.
A little tiny.
Like I said before, this is my first time growing carrots, and it's actually really fun. So I think going forward next year and so forth, I'm gonna keep doing them. They're really easy to grow, like super easy. The leaves are starting to fall here, so this is like right underneath all of these oak trees. So all of the dead leaves are starting to land in here right now. So I'm like constantly picking out all these old leaves and stuff.
There are a bunch of trees around here. Beautiful day today. All the leaves are so pretty. They're changing colors.
So there's different varieties here. Like these ones. Which ones were these? These were the petite carrots. So that's why they're kind of small still, but they're still going to grow a little bit bigger. But these are the petite ones in this box. And then right here in this box are the long variety. And then over here, I know these ones. These are the rainbow. Let's see. Let's see how they're growing. They're still small. I'm trying to find one that's a different color. They're all orange. Jeez. Here we go.
Aww.
See?
Purple carrot.
Yeah.
Good too.
Didn't we used to get like stuff from Purple Carrot? That's a company.
I was gonna say that, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, they had like vegan. It was like a vegan meal subscription. It was good.
If anybody else has any tips on growing carrots, let me know. 'Cause like I said, this is my first time doing them, so if there's anything you see that I could be doing that might help it better, like let me know. You can kind of see them on there too. They're still growing. See, they're definitely too close though. So this is what thinning is, you know, because if you leave them like that, they're gonna get all bound up together, and that's not good. So you want to leave some space in there.
Oh, that's a big one. So cute.
Yeah. I can't believe they're like all orange. I thought they were gonna be more rainbow, like white ones and more purples. Not as much as I thought there would be. Yeah, it's a tedious process, especially when you have a lot like I got here. But it's worth it. And you can get a bunch of small carrots. Bernard's gonna eat all these. This is really for him. This is Bernard's garden bed.
He loves his veggies.
He loves everything in here, like peppers, carrots, green beans. He eats it all.
Yeah, he's been enjoying that in his meals.
Let's see some of these ones, how these grow. I didn't pick any of these ones yet, so. Ooh, look, these are getting big. I think these are gonna be the best ones, like the bigger carrots, like compared to the other ones. But this is what it's all about, the trial and error, because now I know, since these are growing the biggest, that I should just grow these next year instead of the other varieties. I seen somebody, this guy, he pulled one out the ground. He just ate it right out of the ground.
Oh my god, like dirt and everything?
Yeah, he just pulled it out and ate it.
Picked a good one.
Found a caterpillar, I think. Popping back in there. There you go. So this is what we picked for today. Bunch of little petite carrots. Look, I think this is the biggest one. And look, only one purple.
Out of all the bunch.
I'll pick more later, but this is what I wanted to thin out for now. So we have a groundhog that lives under the shed here, and they like the carrot leaves, the tops here, so I'm gonna leave them here for him. He comes out this hole.
Look how pretty all the leaves look. And the food diaries continue. I'm gonna make dinner tonight a little bit early because I'm gonna make some chili for me and my parents. So I'm gonna start off with an onion and green bell pepper. You could use whatever veggies you like. I love onions, but they always make me cry. It never fails every time I chop these up. I'm gonna drizzle some olive oil in a pan. Just gonna let these saute for a little bit and then we will add the meat. So while the meat is finishing cooking, I'm gonna get started on the rice. I love chili with white rice. I know some people like it with cornbread, or some people even do kind of just like plain chili with like chips and dip it in, which I think that's also really good, but I love me some Jasmine rice. This is pretty much the only rice we ever use, and I am gonna rinse my rice. Make sure you always do that. And to my rice, I like to also add some olive oil. I just measure with my heart, and a decent amount of sea salt. Also, comment down below and let me know what time you guys eat dinner, because I used to eat when I was younger so early. My mom would always have dinner ready for me when I got home from school, and I honestly loved it. By the way, I'm gonna add an entire chili seasoning packet. I do like eating sometimes earlier because then I feel like I'm not snacking or eating as much right before bed. I'm also gonna add some onion powder, some sea salt, of course, and some black pepper. I am gonna add some dark kidney beans. Love these. I think I'm gonna do 2 cans. I'm gonna drain these first. Totally optional. Some people at this point will add some tomato paste, canned tomatoes. I'm gonna do bone broth though. Actually, I'm not gonna do any tomatoes personally. It's funny because now anytime I eat beans, it definitely reminds me of when I was vegan because we ate so many beans. I still love beans though, especially chickpeas, but I definitely feel so much better not being vegan. That's like my #1 question that I always get is, why aren't you vegan anymore? Because I know a lot of people don't watch every single video, which I understand, but I haven't been vegan at this point for like 3 years or so, probably a little bit longer. It was definitely weighing on me for a while before that though, but I finally was just like, you know what? This is not for me. It just didn't fit my goals and my lifestyle anymore, and you just mature, you know? Like the decisions I made when I was in my early 20s, I can't even tell you. I don't even know why I did some of the things I did back then, but we all make mistakes. We all change our minds. That's just a part of life. I'm just so happy not being vegan anymore, but I'm definitely grateful for that journey because it brought me up until this point and it taught me so much about food, nutrition, all the things. And I'm still learning, but the chili is pretty much done. I added, just for some extra color, packet of this sazon, and I just realized I forgot to add some minced garlic with the veggies, so that was an ingredient that would have made it even better, but it's fine. It still tastes really good. And then the rice is doing lovely. Food is all done. It looks gorgeous, honestly. So quick and easy. The rice looks perfect, and I'm topping mine off with some sharp cheddar cheese, but you can add whatever you like. I do recommend some cheese though because it makes it extra good.